You know what it is. It's your boy, the NetworkBruh. Back with another video. LiveLabs, episode number 105. You know what it is. We're going to do a quick Ospf Lab. I know y'all probably tired of Ospf, right? This should be I guess it'll be quick. I didn't do the interface addressing just yet, so I'm going to do that on the stream too. Fuck it. I know I said I was going to do those off the stream, but whatever. We'll give it some time for some people to actually learn how to do just basic, configuration, so that way they can catch up to us and start, doing more, I guess, complicated or more complex configurations, whatever you want to call it. We got Kobe Lee in the building. Appreciate you for tuning in. We got Morningstar in the building. Appreciate you for tuning in. Today's lab, again, is designated routers and backup designated routers. We got this lab. Shout out to gns3volt.com. That's where I got this lab. This is the topology we're going to be working with. So if you have an invite to the Discord server, you will know that this is the lab we're going to be working with. So if not, I will put an invite to the Discord server in the chat right there. Make sure you join the Discord server. That way you know ahead of time whether I'm going to be canceling the stream or whether I'm going to be doing an extra stream on the weekend, because typically I stream Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But sometimes I'll do some extra streams, like if I ain't got shit to do or whatever. But Morningstar said, nope, learning something new every day. That's what's up. Dear Tech IT in the building. Appreciate you for tuning in. Bruh. You get a bruh there as well. If my phone wasn't so laggy. But anyway, yeah, so we're going to be working with Even G. Let me go ahead and pull up that topology here. You know what? Yeah, this is the topology right here. So y'all know I like to keep my stuff like so that way y'all can see when I explain stuff. I like to do my annotations and stuff, so I'm gonna still keep that up. But this is the topology we're gonna be working with. Let me go ahead and power all these bad boys on. More actions, start all nodes, and of course, let me see. I don't know if they're gonna be. Let's see if this will be. Yeah, it should be. It might not be. Let me go ahead and close these. Because I was kind of going through it. So these are the details for the lab right here. You end up working as one of the network engineers for a nuclear power plant located in a cartoony looking town. Sounds pretty familiar, right? Ospf is being used as the IGP routing protocol, but there have been some problems with the network. It is uncertain which router is being chosen as the designated router or backup designated router. It's up to you to fix these issues. Let's break some of this stuff down. We know that OSPF stands for Open Shortest Path First. It's a routing protocol that's used to have routers share routes, right? It's vendor neutral, meaning you can use it on any router that supports it. It's not just one specific vendor that uses it. It's an interior gateway or interior, I guess, gateway protocol. So we use it on the local area networks specifically. On the wide area network, remember we talked about this yesterday. On the wide area network or the internet, they use BGP. That's an exterior gateway protocol. So a gateway routing protocol rather. So that's what they mean by IGP routing protocol here. What else can we say about Ospf DR and BDR elections? We said one router is going to be called a designated router. He is the guy that basically floods what's called link state updates. So anytime we learn a new route or if somebody changed their router ID or, a link goes down, we need to let all the Ospf routers know about it. Well, not everybody's going to let everybody know about it. We're going to dedicate one of these routers to become a designated router. So that way, not everybody's telling everybody that something happened on the Ospf network. We're going to have one person that reports to everybody, that everybody reports to get all that information. He is known as the designated router, right? In case he goes down, we also have a backup designated router who will, everybody will sync their link state database to. That'll be the backup designated router if the designated router goes down. And then there's also anybody that's not a DR or a BDR is known as what? Y'all know what it is, right? It is a drawther, right? Or DR others, sometimes they call it. What else can we say? When we start giving all these updates and stuff like that to everybody and everything like that, like the designated router The designated router gives everybody these updates on a multicast address. That address is 255. I can't remember. What is it? 255.2. It's a 224. 224.0.0.5. The designated router sends everybody, and he kind of like, okay, he got a new OSPF route, and he sends it to everybody in the OSPF network on the one dedicated on the segment, and says, hey, you know, this happened on the OSPF network. He sends it to everybody, not everybody, but at a multicast address, 224.0.0.5. Anytime those other routers, the drawlers and the backup designated router, needs to get more information, or needs to get provide any information, or needs to get information from the designated router, they send it to 224.0.0.6 multicast address. These are multicast addresses now. They're not broadcast. They're not going to send it to everybody. They're just going to send it to people that are, you know, select few people or select few routers that are participating in this OSPF, you know, network. So what else can we say about these guys? This lab calls for what? How many steps here? We only got like 6 steps here. This step 1 is basically basic configuration, you know, the host name, IP addressing, turning up interfaces and stuff like that. So if you're kind of new to this channel or any new to this stuff, then you'll learn how to do that here with that specific step here. And we have to configure them as as specified in the topology picture, which is located right here. But if you go to gns3volt.com, you'll be able to get it there as well. He also has, Renee Molnar, shout out to him, he also has his own video solution to show you how to kind of like solve this lab and stuff like that too. But you know, yeah, I keep it funky, so you want to watch it on the network, bro. So anyway, I guess we can get started if y'all want to. Let me know. We're going to try to do that stream again today too. We got Jason Willis in the building, late to the party, network, bro. But that beat at the beginning of the class go hard, man. Appreciate that, man. That was like, I used to rhyme back in the day, and that was one of the beats that I did not end up using or whatever. Actually, I think I did. But yeah, that was like way, I'm talking about like 20 years ago. I used to rhyme. Yes, I used to rhyme, man. Stick of the day. The OSPF process must identify... Man, Pete, you killing me, man. Must identify its sexual preference so that the engineer can configure it correctly. Yeah, right, man. He got that from that. So we're going to try to do a Kahoot quiz today, too. And I put a couple Easter eggs in there, maybe. I think I did. Yeah, I did. But that is not the stick of the day. Y'all know Pete is always messing around over there. But Jason, no, you're not late. We're just going to do a quick OSPF DR and BDR lab. We only got like 6 steps here. Pete said it correct. Yeah, 224. So that's what I was looking for. The multicast address is 224.0.0.5. That's the address that the designated router sends all his updates, all the link state updates and acknowledgments and stuff to, right? And then all the drawlers and the BDRs report to him using 224.0.0.6. What else can we say about that? We said Pete, as you a mess, right? See, he over there messing around, man. We got Professor Black Ops in the building. Ease up, Pete. No, you know why he said that, Professor Black Ops? He said that because, so I was doing a quiz yesterday, and like question A was like, had a decent answer. Question B sounded, and C had a question, and then question C on the answer D had like the router's sexual preference or something like that. I just threw that in there. That's the reason why he said that. So he not, he got that from me. It is what it is, man. But anyways, what was going to do here? I guess if y'all ready, y'all let me know. I wanted to see what kind of current events we had. Y'all know I like to do that, to give it to some people some time to, and just in case there's some other late stragglers like my man Jason over there, kind of coming into class late over there. Hey, you sir, I need you to tell me what the multicast address is for designated routers. What do they send it to? New glowworm attack recovers audio. No, that's not what I wanted to see. There was something else I wanted to read to y'all. It has something to do with the what was it, man? Something I wanted to show y'all. Oh, that's right. That's what it was. Hold on, y'all. Give me just a second, and then we're gonna get started. If y'all want to go ahead, let me just see if these guys powered on too. That's the other thing too. Y'all know my my computer's over here is slow as hell. Okay, see? All right, so we're gonna have to do some basic IP addressing, I guess. That's what it was. attackers started exploiting a router vulnerability just after 2 days after its disclosure. Crazy. They found out this vulnerability with these routers, and within 2 days they pretty much exploited it. This is crazy. Juniper Threat Labs found evidence that a vulnerability that potentially affects millions of home routers was being actively exploited by hackers just 2 days after it was revealed to the public. So it's kind of like, okay, hey guys, we found this exploitation on your routers. You might want to secure it. And then the hackers found out about it and they just started. That's some shit, man. There's a fine line between having to do a press release with these exploitations and vulnerabilities of their routers versus just kind of like letting the owners know about it. So it's kind of tricky, man. It's just like, that's why like hackers are smart. Sometimes they're just too smart for their own good. They might just keep up with current events like this and be like, oh shit, there's a vulnerability in Juniper routers. Let me see if I can hack it. And then finally they're able to do it. That's just crazy. Continue, man. Just get out of my face. On August 3, Tenable researcher Evan Grant publicly disclosed the vulnerability in question, which has been assigned the identifier CVE 2021 alongside several other security flaws. Juniper said it identified some attack patterns that attempt to exploit this vulnerability in the wild, coming from an IP address located in Wuhan, Hubei province, China, starting in August 5. So not only did they discover, the first damn COVID-19 over there, but they also found about this vulnerability. That's just crazy, man. What's going on in Wuhan over there? The attacker was reportedly attempting to deploy a variant of the Mirai botnet that's powered numerous high-profile distributed denial of service (DDoS) attacks since July 2016. This doesn't appear to be the first time the attacker exploited a publicly disclosed vulnerability in their efforts to deploy this botnet. Juniper said it started tracking similar activity on February 18th. That's just crazy. So they released the damn information about this vulnerability, and the hacker said, oh, wow, a vulnerability, and exploited the damn vulnerability. That's some shit, man. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started, man. I think I did this wrong. That's supposed to be Marge. Oh, no, I did that right. So we got router Marge here, router Maggie here, router Lisa here, router Bart here, and then I think this is supposed to be something else. That's supposed to be router Homer. I can't even. Let me stop it real quick. And can I do that? Edit. Yeah. This is supposed to be router Homer. And we'll go ahead and get started. Let me go ahead and start that bad boy. Save. Now I can power him on. Start. And we'll just start with some basic IP addressing, right? Where y'all at over there? Got any questions or anything? He said, what website do you get this tech news from? I just get a bunch of them like when I'm at work, and then I'll just email it to myself, like either PC Mag, NetworkBruh. I just Google it, and I like have like a bunch of RSS feeds. It send it to my email, and then I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna read this to them. I said like in class on my stream today. Juan said, I like how you give us the latest news on tech. Thanks, man. Yeah, appreciate that, man. You got to keep up with current events, man. Not just like, I like basketball and stuff like that too. But, if I'm really, when you're passionate about it, you look for the stuff that you want to, know about. So let's start off with router. So this is the addressing right here. Again, you can get a copy of this from you can get a copy of this from gns3volt.com. I'm using EvenG for this lab. So router Marge is going to be 192.168.1.2. Let's go ahead and name her Marge, right? So go to global config mode. We said host name is, and I know I said that I was going to try to do this stuff off stream, but y'all know I just be busy at work, man. I'm sorry, man. That's supposed to be interface. What's that? GI00, and that's 1 dot. What is that? What they said? He said 1 dot what? Let me make sure. Bring that over. Bring that ass back. This computer is slow. I'm going to get after this stream, I think I'm going to stop and get me a portable hard drive because my computer been slow since I've been putting a lot of stuff on this. Interface, what is that? What I said, GI00. And his IP address is 192.168.1.2, 255.255.255. So basic IP addressing here. Y'all know what it is, right? I know I said I was going to try to do this stuff off stream, but man, y'all understand, man. Cut me some slack, man. I'll be busy at work, man. I ain't going to have time. I thought I was going to have time. Oh, come on, man. Okay, so now we got to do, so we did the IP addressing there. We did the host name. What else we need to do? We need a no shut. Let's do this address right here. That's 1.3. BART, router BART is over here. Y'all guess where this cartoon is from? Professor Black Ops got the stick of the day. He said the router must enable authentication for OSPF peers. I like that one. I like that one. That's a good one. We should do OSPF authentication tomorrow. That's an advanced feature for OSPF. Y'all know we got to have a password between two OSPF routers, right, before they become neighbors and stuff like that. There's a lot of things that got to match. The MTU got to match. They got to be in the right network. What else? The timers got to match. The dead time. The hello timers got to match. The hello timers. The dead timers got to match. The area got to match. A lot of things that got to match before they become neighbors. Authentication is one of those things if it's set up. He said a rogue router could send fictitious routing update to convince a site's perimeter router to send traffic to a rogue destination. Hence the reason why you want to set up authentication for a OSPF router, right? So we might do that tomorrow. That's a good one. So we go to write about BART and do, he's 1.3, right? So no. While he wakes up. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe to your boy, man. I typically stream Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And y'all know that I figured out the reason why you guys haven't been able to do super chats if some of y'all have been trying to donate. But apparently YouTube is going through some things with the super chat feature. And I'm like, how the hell? Because there's some other people I've been doing, sending super chats to, and I see them on other people's channels. So, but they said that there's a couple channels that that super chat feature is not working. So that's the reason why. Morningstar said MTUs have to match too. That is correct. That is one of the parameters. There's a lot of parameters. MTU got to match. Matter of fact, I think I got it up here in the book. Where is it? Let me see, because I was reading the book right here. Yes, no, that's not what got to match. That's packet types. I had it up here. Before we move on, I just wanted to see requirements. There you go, right there. So yeah, I was reading the Encore manual. Most of us know this at least, right? So requirements for neighbor adjacency. The router IDs must be unique between the two devices. The interfaces must share a common subnet, which is what I was saying earlier. The MTUs, like Morningstar just said, has to match. The what else should match? The area ID, what I just said. DR establishment, which is what we're going to work on right now. Designated router enablement must match. The dead timers and the hello timers must match. Authentication, like what Professor Black Ops just said. Credentials must match, and also area type flags must match for the segment. So those are the requirements that must match for an OSPF router to become a neighbor. So now that Bart has woken up out of his slumber, we're going to change his name to hostname Bart, and then his IP address. That interface right there should be what's that? GI00, right? So interface GI00. Your interfaces might be different if you're using a different application, but its IP address is 192.168.1. What's that? 1.3? Yeah, we said 1.3. 1.3, 255.255.255.0. Let's no shut that bad boy. And I really want to start doing this stuff off stream so that way we can just get to lab and what we need to lab, man. But I just be busy at work, man, and I just don't be having the time, man. Make sure you subscribe though, man. Hit me with that like button, man. This once I get to 5,000 subscribers, I will be gifting away a copy of Boson NetSim. No, it sounds like a damn commercial over here, but the good folks at Boson, they gifted me a promotional copy to demonstrate on my channel and stuff like that. And I'm really close to my goal of getting 5,000 subscribers. His host name is, if he stops crashing over here, yeah, I need to get a server. Man. ESXi server. This ain't happening. Host name is Homer, right? His interface GI00 is going to be the IP address, right? We're doing this interface right here. That's 192.168.1.1, right? IP address 192.168.1.1. Subnet mask of /24.0. No shut. And now we got to do this interface right here, which is interface GI. What's that? 101? Yeah, 0/1. And his IP address is 192.168.2. What is that? That is 2.1, right? So 2.1. Right? Y'all with me so far? And for anybody that's new, this is just basic IP addressing we're doing here. .0, no shut. So just like, you know, a little housekeeping here. Now we're gonna go to router Maggie. That's what I like about Renee Molnar and the labs. He always come up with these funky names for the routers and stuff like that. You know, just to keep it a little interesting, because y'all know some of this shit could be monotonous, man, and kind of boring, man. But y'all know I keep it funky. So router Maggie has an interface GI00 with that address 2.4, right? And let's make sure Lisa's awake also. No. Professor Blackoff says Cisco and routers been getting attacked with a lot of CVEs. Dangerous out here. You know what? That's funny you said that. There was another article I just read too about the and I didn't read that one because I was just like, nah, Cisco. I don't want to. Y'all know I'm a Cisco fanboy, so I didn't want to leak that information. So yes, I did tell you guys about the Juniper router vulnerability that was exploited just 2 days after its disclosure. But there was also a Cisco one. I'll read it to y'all as soon as I can find it because I can't remember if I think I emailed that to myself too. Where is it? I can delete this one now. Okay, this one's still waking up, so I think this router is awake now. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna buy me a server, man. I'm gonna buy me a server because this laptop is killing me right now. See that? CPU hog messages. This ain't cool, man. This ain't cool. Look at this shit. Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Somebody come look at this. Wake up, man. All right, so what was that other article? Computer News. There it is right there. Yeah, this was last week. I just didn't read this article to y'all. Cisco VPN router flaws. Cisco fixes critical, well, at least they fixed it though. So Cisco fixes critical high severity vulnerabilities in VPN routers. So it's funny you said that, Professor Blackops. He said, Cisco fixed high severity pre-auth security vulnerabilities impacting multiple small business VPN routers. Cisco addressed the VPN router, I'm reading this over and over and over. An attacker could exploit the issues to trigger a denial of service condition or execute commands and arbitrary code on impacted multiple small business VPN routers. Two vulnerabilities tracked as CVE 2021 blah 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 and 2021 blah 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 resides in the web-based management interfaces. Both flaws could be exploited by a remote unauthenticated hacker without any user authentication by he don't even say, but it goes to the CVE number, affects a small business, then it gives you the model numbers which are affected, blah, 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 blah. But this is the reason why we disable, at least I am, because I'm in charge of layer 2 on the whole network for my job, right? I have to disable HTTP and HTTPS on all the routers because of, you know, simple vulnerabilities like this. If they can get to your router using a web browser, that's no bueno, right? So yeah, it gives us it makes it like convenient for us and stuff like that. So we can just open up a web browser and do these host names and stuff like that from there. But it's really a vulnerability. So, and this one, okay, he's finally woken up. All right, so thank you, Lisa. So host name Lisa, right? Simple stuff right here. And then her IP address right there is 2.5, right? So y'all with me so far? Anybody lost or anything like that? Y'all know we just doing the simple stuff first. His IP address is 192.168.2.5. IP address, /24 subnet, so .0. No shut that bad boy. And I think we only got one more interface, and that's right there, I believe. No, Maggie. We got to do Maggie. Because she's got these CPU hog messages over there. Don't know what's going on with Maggie. Who was Maggie? Maggie was a baby, right? I can't remember. Text me over here. It's doing the blue. Oh shit! I'm sorry. So 192. So that's 2.4 for this one, right? Because that's 2.5. No shut it, and then Maggie right here is 2.4, right? So y'all want me to make sure that I get this IP addressing out of the way before so we can jump right into what we need to jump into. It's just I like to let people get caught up, and there's some new people that might not know how to do just the simple stuff like this, right? So IP address is 192.168.2.4, and I'm trying to bring everybody along with us, man. Even the people that just like don't know what the hell a subnet mask is. .0, no shut. I think we done all the IP addressing, the host names. Now, what was the next task? Lab details. We did the IP addressing, configure OSPF on all the routers, and achieve full connectivity. So we'll start off with Marge and put everybody in the 1.0 network. So we'll put all of these routers on this side is the 1.0 network, as you can see in blue, and on these this side right here, 2.0. But notice Homer sits in between both of them, so that means essentially he has, it's gonna be one area. We're gonna have just this the backbone area, but we're gonna make we're just gonna put this interface to participate in that OSPF network, and this interface to participate. There's a lot of P's there. To participate in that OSPF network over here, right? So let's start with Marge and put that interface global config mode, and we'll say router. If I can spell router OSPF. And I'll say router OSPF 100, process number 100. Remember, this is a locally significant number here. The network statement we're going to use is, yeah, I really got to get me a lab computer, man. This ain't going to work. This ain't going to work. 192.168.1.0, right? And then we don't work with subnet masks. We're wildcard masks with network statements, right? So 0.0.255, area 0, right? Let's just go ahead and I put 1.2. That's wrong. That's wrong. It's supposed to be 1.0. So no. Control A. No. So remove that statement, right? And we'll put that statement back and put, see, this computer's so slow. This computer's so slow. That is 1.0 network, right? We're going to copy and paste that bad boy and go to router BART, or yeah, router BART over here, and put him in that same network. So that way this interface participates in OSPF, right, as well, right? And then theoretically, them two should become neighbors, right? What we said got to match, the MTUs got to match. We left everything by default, right? So all that stuff should most likely match. Get out of this, router config mode, OSPF 100. Matter of fact, we'll do an interface specific one for the next one, so y'all can see a different way to set up OSPF. We do that same network statement. Them two should become neighbors, I believe, right? Get on our knees, pray to the network gods. What y'all said? That's pretty much it. Okay. Juan said Engadget is a cool website to have too. Okay, I'm gonna keep that in my feed then. Engadget. Let me make sure I keep that in my feed too. Thanks, Juan. Them two ain't neighbors yet. What's going on here? Did we turn up the interface? 192.168.1.3 is the 1.0 network. Area 0. Did we put Marge over here in area 0 as well? We did. Is that interface up? No shut. Them two not neighbors yet. So let's see what's going on here. Show IP OSPF neighbor. None. Oh yeah, they did become a neighbor. It's X start right now. Oh, now it's up. It just took a minute. It just took a while. I think just because my PC is slow. But they finally neighbors now. See, now we go back to Bart, and now you got a neighbor right there. So now theoretically, they are now neighbors right here. These two guys right here. Bloop. They are now neighbors right now. So let's go ahead and make sure that Homer joins in on the fun right here and make him become neighbors with them two right there by placing this interface right here in OSPF, right? So let's go to Homer and say, let's do an interface specific, right? Y'all see how I did it with the network statement, right? Now let's do it interface specific, right? We're gonna say router OSPF 100, right? We'll do 100 again, right? But now instead of going into there, let's just go with the interface. What is that? Is that GI00? That interface right there, GI00, right? GI00. We say IP address. I'm sorry, not the IP address, but the IP OSPF. I think you just put process. No, you just put the. How you do it again? I gotta remember now. How you do it? Oh, you just put in the process number. So 100 area 0, and now that should make him a neighbor. Homer should be a neighbor with both Marge and Bart, right? By doing this, there go Bart and there go Marge right there, or it's vice versa, maybe, I don't know. But either way, he got two neighbors, right? And we verified it with what? Show IP IP OSPF neighbor, and we see he got two neighbors, 1.2 and 1.3. Who is that? 1.2 and 1.3. So now Homer has two neighbors, right? Let's go ahead and do the other side right here and make them become neighbors. All three of them right here. So y'all see, there's a different way to do it with the interface, right? So let's do interface specific on this as well, right? That's GI10, right? GI01. And we'll put that process 100 as well. So we're going to say, go back to global config mode, and we say interface GI01, IP Ospf priority or process 100, and then area 0, right? And then, can you do that? Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. And then let's go to Maggie. And we did the IP addressing already. Let's put the, let's not do OSPF specific. Let's do a neighbor. Let's do a network statement. So we're going to go to Router OSPF. And just to show you that it's locally significant, I'm going to do Router OSPF 500, right? You don't want to do this, but either way, it should still be theoretically become neighbors, right? So we say network 192.168.2.0, 0.0.255, area 0, and Maggie should become a neighbor with Homer by doing this, right? Let's see. Wait for it. Wait for it. Morningstar said, "You be 0 to 1,000, bro. Calm down. We here supporting. It's all good. We work too. It's good for those who don't have time to configure their networks beforehand." Hey, it's all good. I do, man. I'll be turning up, man. I just try to keep it exciting, man. Because, like I said, man, I'll be like, literally today, I was watching an INE video, straight up. And I was falling asleep during that video. So I might be jumping off all over the place and doing handstands and stuff like that. But that's just because of that right there. Now, granted, I did eat before that. But either way, like what I said, some of this stuff can be really boring, man. I don't see them becoming neighbors yet. There they go right there. See? Just my computer's slow. So Marge and Homer are now neighbors. Right? So now we got to do Lisa and Homer, make them become neighbors. We already made that interface specific. That one's already participating in OSPF. So now we got to do this guy right here. So Lisa, where's Lisa? Lisa right here. And we said, get out of this. Router OSPF. I'm gonna do 10,000 for Morningstar. 10,000. And then we gonna say network 192.168.2.0, 0.0.255, area 0, and then now Lisa and Homer should become neighbors. There they go right there. Process number 10,000. So now I think we got I think all of these guys are in one OSPF network now. We should theoretically have full connectivity here. Let's just see if Lisa can ping Bart over there. We're gonna have Lisa, right? Hold on. I'm gonna have Lisa right here. Bloop. Lisa ping Bart over here, right? So let's see if that worked. I think we got full connectivity. So 192.168.1.3. Wait for it. We got to reply. Good. All right, good. So let's just do one more. We'll just have Marge ping Maggie over here. We'll do it like that, right? Marge is gonna ping Maggie, and we should theoretically be able to ping 192.168.68.2.4. And we got full connectivity. Good to go. All right, good to go. What was the next step? Next step. Lab details. Configure OSPF on all routers. Achieve full connectivity, which we've done. We want to step 3 out of 6. So we have her done. Ensure router Marge is the DR for network 1.0. Ensure Marge is the DR for network 1.0. No, they're not saying for Marge to become the doctor. We're saying Marge to become the designated router of this network segment, right? So we got this network segment right here. They want Marge to become the designated router, right? Y'all remember what the designated router is, right? The designated router is what everybody reports to on the OSPF, on this OSPF segment right here, to get their sync their whatchamacallit? The fuck, man? Link state database to LSDB. It's called the LSDB. So we need to make sure that this router right here, is the designated router, right? DR. Let's see what she is right now, right? So we go to Marge. Marge is right here. Bloop. And we can verify that with the show IP Ospf interface command. So IP Ospf, what interface is that? We just say GI00. We can say the specific one. In this case, it is 00. So right now it says my state is the BDR. So right now she is the BDR, but they said they wanted her to become the DR, or the designated router, right? Again, the designated router is the router that everybody syncs their link state database to, and then Marge, or the designated router, sends all of the updates, if there's a new update or whatever, to the multicast address of 224.0.0.5, right? So what are we gonna say here? We need to change that. We need to change that. So right now it's the BDR. The way we could see, well, there's an election process that occurs, right? First they said we need to find out who the DR is, and then who the BDR is, and then everybody else is a drawther, right? So the way to verify that with is they start off with who comes up first. That's usually the one who's the designated router, and then after that, whoever turns on first, right? And then, but I think I turned them all at the same time, so they all turned on at the same time. Then we go with the IP address, the highest IP address, right? So in this case, on this segment, we can see the designated router right there is right there. 1.3 for this segment right here. 1.3 is the designated router. Who is 1.3? 1.3 is Bart. So Bart is a designated router right now. But that ain't right. We wanted Marge to become the designated router. How do we do that? Well, we said if it's not the one that turns on first, Pete said LSDB. That's correct. Link state database. Morningstar said can't use priority. So can we change the router IDs? Yes, you can. However, they didn't say that about these right here. These right here, we can change the priority. These right here looks like they said you are not allowed to change the priority. So just like what Morningstar said, we can change it by using the router IDs or to change priority. So, but if you see, what's everybody's priority? Well, my priority, so this is Marge, right? Marge's priority is 1. Her state is a BDR. She's the backup designated router. What is Bart? Bart is, we do a show IP Ospf interface GI00. Bart is a designated router, like we said, and he is the priority of 1 as well. Everybody, their default priority is going to be 1. So since everybody has the same priority, they use the IP address as the tiebreaker, right? Yeah, the IP address is the tiebreaker. So right now, let's go ahead and change the priority. Let's make Marge have a higher priority than Bart, since we all have 1 as a priority, even Homer. I'm not going to even check because it really is. But we'll just go to Marge, and let's make hers, I don't know. We go to that interface, GI00, and we say IP Ospf. I'm going to do 20. Ospf priority 20. Right? We do a show IP Ospf interface. We'll just do interface, right? And then we'll see 00. I'm still a BDR, even though my priority is 20. Well, you know what? In order for this to take effect, we need to clear the process. Remember we did that a couple streams ago? So everybody still thinks I am the BDR and my priority is 20. So I need to resync my whole OSPF process. How do we do that? We did clear IP OSPF, right? Remember we did that a couple streams back? So clear IP OSPF process. And we might need to do that for the rest of these guys too, so that way they can kind of like resync their database as well. You can either reboot the router or clear the IPS process, and that's what we'll do. We'll do the clear. So yes, here we'll go to Bart and do the same thing. Clear IP OSPF process. We say yes. Go back to Marge. It goes down. It came back up. So it bounced. That ass. Morningstar said, oh, okay, so you said that already. So all right, so we cleared the process. Now let's take a look at that again. Show IP OSPF interface, and let's see. We are now still the backup designated router, even though our priority is 20, and even though we set that process. So we probably got to do the same thing with Homer, so that way he can recognize Marge as the designated router because she has a higher priority, right? So she has a higher priority. So let's go to Homer and clear that process as well. Please don't crash on me, man. Clear IP OSPF process. Yes. And then take a look at Marge again. Did it go down and come up? We did Homer. So game went down, came back up. Let's check that again. We are still waiting, and there we go. Now we are the designated router, DR and B. That's because we set the priority to 20, right? And we go to BART. Let's see what BART is now. Show Ip Ospf interface GI00, and BART is now a drawler. Remember, because if you're not a backup designated router or designated router, you are a drawler, and his priority is 1. So we pretty much did that step right there. That was step 3. Ensure Marge is the designated router. Now it says to ensure that BART is the backup designated router. Well, right now BART is the drawler. We don't want him to be the drawler. We want him to be a backup designated router, right? So if his priority is 1 and Homer's is 1, because we didn't touch him, right? And that's 20. We should put the number somewhere in between that, right? Just to make it so that way she is the designated router. That's the backup. And then that'll just be a drawler, right? Because if you're not a backup or a designated router, then you're just a drawler, right? So now let's go ahead and make BART and change his priority to, like, I don't know, like 10. So go to BART and we say router. No, we go back to the interface. This is an interface level command, right? So interface GI00. We say Ip Ospf. Geez, what was I doing? Oh, priority. Let's say 10. Set that priority to 10, and then we'll clear the process again on all 3 routers again. Clear Ip Ospf process. Yes. We'll do the same thing with Homer. Yeah, we just need to do those 2 because she's already the designated router. We can leave her untouched after that, right? So let's do the same thing to Homer. Clear Ip Ospf process. Again, you want to do this during the change window. You don't want to do this during business hours. Morningstar said, damn, I was overthinking. When the instructions said not to change the priority, I assumed that was for all routers and not for BART and Homer. Exactly. So yeah, just got to be kind of, careful with the instructions and stuff like that. So, yeah, you can change the priority for these 2, but the next 2, you got to figure some, another way to do it, which you just said earlier. Use the router IDs to change it. So let's go back to BART and see what he is now. We wanted BART to become a backup designated router for that network segment, the 1.0 network, right? So go back to BART. No, I guess that's not BART, right? That was what was that kid's name that would laugh like that? So Nelson, Ip Ospf interface GI00, and now BART is a backup designated router, right? So that would mean Homer is most likely the drawler, right? So we check him by going here, show Ip Ospf interface GI00 specific command, right? And we see that he is now a drawler, just like we said. Perfect. All right, so let's go ahead and catch up the Morningstar over there. Step 5 says, ensure router Homer, says home, is the DR for network 2.0. So he is a drawler. So right now he is a drawler. Right now Homer is a drawler for this network segment, right? This is a broadcast network, right? We can see it right here. It says broadcast. So for that broadcast segment right there, Homer is a drawler, but we want to make him a designated router on this side of the network, right? So let's go back to Homer. We might have to, they said though, here's the caveat, right? You are not allowed to change the priority. And like Morningstar said right there in the chat, can we change the router ID? Thanks a lot, Morningstar. Let's go ahead and do that. So let's go to Homer and change his router ID. Right now his router ID is what? 1.2. So it goes by the, remember, whoever turns on first, which I don't remember who we turned. I think we turned them all at the same time, right? But then we turned off Homer and turned it back on because we needed to change something. Oh, the label. So now what we need to do is put a higher router ID. Right now his router ID is 1.2, whereas everybody else is what? On that network segment. On this network segment, what's everybody else's router ID? We'll see. Show Ip Ospf. We'll do neighbor. That tells us the router IDs pretty much. Neighbor ID right there. See, 2.4. And that is the designated router for that network segment, right? Probably because he had the highest, not the highest IP address, because he's 2.4, and 2.5 is actually the backup designated router. So I think probably because that turned on OSPF first, That's 2.4. Maggie, I think we configured OSPF on there first. Then we configured OSPF on that one. That's why she became the designated router. Maggie did, right? So we need to come up with a higher IP address, higher than 2.4. So let's go with, I don't know, 100.100 or something like that, right? So let's go to Homer. We go to that interface right there, right? This is an interface level command, though. So let's go to interface GI01, right? So we got to change the priority on this side of the network right there, that interface right there, right? So it's interface GI01. We say IP. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're doing it by router ID. My bad. So we go to router OSPF process ID. What was the process? The process was right over here. Process ID 100. So we go to 100, and then we change the router ID to 192.168. Let's go with 100.100. We'll do that. Same thing though. You got to reload or clear IP OSPF process. I'm not going to reload because we'll lose all of our settings, so we'll just clear the process, right? This is kind of like a soft reset. You can do this with BGP as well, right? I think you can do that with OSPF also. I mean, EIGRP as well. Clear IP. Let's go ahead and paste that bad boy. IP OSPF process. Yes. And then we need to do the same thing on this right here. So it's going to tear down the relationship and then bring it back up, right? So we'll do the Maggie and Lisa. So that way they all recognize Homer to be the designated router on that network segment, right? So we'll go to global config mode. We say, my bad, clear IP OSPF process. We're almost done here, y'all. And then we're gonna try one more quiz. We're gonna do one more quiz, man. It's gonna be a short quiz too. And I know y'all know the answer to this one too. Morris, I said, okay, so that was the same question. All right, just catching up with y'all. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to your channel, to this channel. What else? Yeah, subscribe, man. So we need to clear the process on this guy right here, right? Clear the IP OSPF process on this guy right here, which is Lisa. Go to Lisa right here. See, the dead timer expired. So now let's see, does she even have any neighbors? Even though we cleared the process, clear, show IP OSPF neighbor. Yes, she still has some neighbors, right? But the dead timer expired, but did it come back up? 2.1. Oh, so she don't recognize anybody on the 1.0 network right now, right? She don't know anything on this side of the network, right? That's why they lost that process. So let's see. Right? Is that why? I think so. Yeah. So now we got to clear the process again. IP OSPF process. Not again, but we didn't do it on this router. Okay. Detached. Went down. Wait for it. Wait for it. Get on our knees. Pray to the network gods. Prayer hand emoji. Let's see what happened here. So, did we break something? OSPF, show IP, OSPF, SPF, process. I mean, not that process. Jesus. Neighbor. Okay, so they coming up. They starting to come up. So it's in two-way right now. Drawther. Remember the steps? There's neighbor states, right? There's like 7 neighbor states. I can't remember. We are two-way drawther. Two-way drawther. Wait for it. Wait for it. Let's go ahead. And there it goes right there. Loading the full. Done. So process 10,000. Just for Morningstar right here. So now let's see what's Homer's. We said we wanted Homer to be what? The designated router? Lab details. We said we wanted Homer to be the designated router. And let's see what we did. Get on our knees. Pray to the network gods. Show IP OSPF interface GI00. And right now Homer is the drawther. Interesting. Did we change the priority on this? No, we did it by IP address. Right now, 1.2 is the designated router. Interesting. Oh, you know what? That's the wrong interface. That's wrong interface. This interface right here participates in that side of the network. We needed to check that interface, which is actually GI01. See that? Y'all see that? Two different network segments. Two different network segments. That's another broadcast network. So we need to do the same thing, but GI01, it will see that Homer is now the designated router. Good. Good to go. Good to go. Good to go. Morrison said, did you include that network on Lisa? I don't remember if you did. You're right. Let's see. Did I do that network? Yes, I did, because I had to have, because we wouldn't have been able to ping across if that was the case. So show IP OSPF neighbor. So he only created neighbors. He only got neighbors with Homer, but Homer has knowledge about this network right here. So that is why, because if we look at the routing table with show IP route, that's how we know how to get to the 1.0 network. We learned it through OSPF. So no, we did not put the 1.0 network statement. Morningstar, really good question. I like that question. But yeah, we know. So Lisa knows about the 1.0 network because Homer told him about it. Told her about it. Does that make sense? That's a really good question. I like that. So we did not put the 1.0 network. So what was the last step? Last step. And we're going to go to the quiz and call it a day. We almost up to our hour. Ensure router Maggie is the BDR for network 2.0. Remember, the backup designated router. You are not allowed to change the priority. So same thing. We're just going to change the router IDs, and we should be good to go. This should be easy too, right? So we go to Lisa, right? We said Lisa to be we said we wanted Maggie to be the backup designated router. Let's see what Maggie is right now. Maggie is now the show IP OSPF interface GI00. And Maggie is right now she is the drawther, right? Because if you're not a BDR or a DR, you are a drawther, right? So we need to change probably the IP address. So we don't want her to be the designated router. So we need something that's a little bit lower than that IP address. So let's go with like 100.50. And that should fix the problem, right? Global config mode, router OSPF. What was the process ID? 100? It was process ID 100, right? No, it's 500. See, I'm glad I checked. Here's how we can check, right? Show IP protocols, and we'll see the process ID. It is process ID 500. See, that's why we want to double check our work. It's like my boss says. Verify, right? Global config mode, router OSPF 500, and we do the what we wanted to do, change the router ID to something lower than 100.100. So we'll go with 192.168. 168.100. Let's go with 50, right? Clear the OSPF process on all three routers over here again on this side right here, and then that should theoretically make Maggie the backup designated router. We do this. Clear IP OSPF process. Yes. Let's do the same thing on Homer. We're not going to clear the process on all routers, right? Let's just do it. I mean, on all. Well, there's only one process there, so it don't even matter. Clear IP OSPF. You could do it this way as well. Look, pick a specific process, which in this case it is 100? Yes, process 100. So we can say clear IP OSPF 100, and then process like that, just in case there's more than one process. But you really don't want to do that, right? So yes, that should tear down the relationship, bring it back up, bounce that ass. We'll do the same thing on Lisa, right? Because her dead timer expired. Clear IP OSPF process, so that way she recognizes Maggie. And we don't even have to do Lisa. We don't even have to do Lisa because she's already she's a drawther. Can't remember. Let's just clear it anyway. Fuck it. Yes. And then go back to Maggie. And Maggie should be a, what did we say we wanted her to be? We wanted her to be a BDR, right? Backup designated router. And let's do show IP, what was it again? OSPF GI interface GI00. Get on her knees, pray to network gods, and she is now still a drawther. Interesting. Probably got to wait for Lisa. Let's see. Probably got to wait for Lisa. Let's see. There's a drawther, and now she's a BDR. There you go, right there. Probably had to wait for the process to. There it goes, right there. Now it's loading in full. So now we are a backup designated router. So we're good to go, man. If y'all want to do this lab on your own, just visit gns3vault.com. Shout out to Renee Molnar on that website right there. He got a lot of labs on there. We just did it on, not on GNS3, but even G, because y'all know that's the wave now. So I typically stream Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tomorrow, maybe we'll do something with authentication in light of Professor Black Ops' stick of the day. What else we wanted to do here? I wanted to, let's do a quick quiz and then we'll call it night. I wanted to do, let's see, we already read about these news here. News. So make sure you subscribe to your boy in case I do cancel a stream or if I got an extra stream or anything like that. You can join the Discord server and then you'll get the inside scoop. We got Zaya in the building showing up at the last minute over here. It's all good though. We about to wrap it up. We're gonna do a quiz real quick though. Stick around. Pete said good explanation. Appreciate that, man. He said, okay, gotcha. All right, so Kahoot. Yeah, we're gonna try that again. Let's try that again. I put a little bit more time on the questions. This is gonna be a really short quiz, man. So let me see if I can pull this up. And it looked like I might have to get an actual subscription to this for us to really be able to play with this. So, and I just came up with this quiz like really last minute again. So choose a way for a homeschooling trip. Yeah, so challenge others, play live game, or you're in person, start a single. We just gonna do this. We can do it with virtual players. So my Kahoot is now loading. Let me make sure the game options so y'all can see the question and answers now. Y'all should be able to. Shout out to, who was that in the chat the other day? Shout out to 350 Love, who showed me how to display the questions and the answers last time. So I was just like, I don't want to give them the questions and answers, but I didn't know that they meant the questions and answers, so y'all could actually pick the damn questions and answers. So we got, I guess we'll go with the regular music again. Let's just randomize the answers. Yeah, like that. No, rejoin at the game. I guess we'll go with that. I think this should be it right there. Get ready to join. That is the PIN number. Let's see how I can do that. So that is the PIN number right there, right? If you want to play this, go ahead and go join www.kahoot.it and put in that PIN number right there. Or if you have the Kahoot app, you can put in that PIN number as well, and then you'll be able to play this real quick quiz. This is going to be a real quick quiz. Zai said, working late king, better late than never. Hey, it's all good, man. It's all good. I'm just teasing you. But yeah, I appreciate you for tuning in, at least last minute. We're just going to do a quick little quiz. We just did a quick lab on designated routers, backup designated routers, the relationship, how the election process occurs. That's pretty much it, man. Y'all let me know if y'all are able to join, but that should be the PIN number. We'll give it a couple minutes for some people to join, and then we'll call it a night. All right, we got some players joining. I'm hoping that all you guys can join because y'all know I got the free version of this, and they like you can only have a certain amount of players and stuff like that. I'm like, man, that's messed up. So I might have to get the full version. Crazy. So my daughter's first day of school today. Somebody caught the vid. Somebody caught the Rona. Already, man. I don't even know what to say, man. Crazy. Oh, no damn. Come on, man. Killing me, man. Alright, more stars in. We got Zaya. Sunshine 102. Okay, cool. I guess that's just all y'all. Let's go a quick little quiz. Y'all ready? I'll give it a couple more minutes. Another minute. I guess it just be y'all two. Or y'all. We'll go with that. Alright, quick lab. Anybody else want to join? Speak now, forever hold your peace. All right, so we'll go ahead and start. Y'all ready? All right, BDR quiz number 1. Y'all let me know. I hope this gives y'all some time and y'all can see this stuff, right? 1 out of 5. By default, all OSPF routers have a priority of what? There's only a couple of y'all. I guess if y'all want to join, I didn't lock it. I hope this gives y'all enough time to answer to. Y'all let me know. If y'all can't see or. Y'all let me know if there's any issues. Yes, the quiz works better now. I can see the question now. Beautiful, man. Man, appreciate that. I'm glad y'all can see it now. Somebody in the chat, in the Discord server, finally told me what I had to do to fix that problem. But by default, all OSPF routers have a priority. Most of y'all got it correct. It's a priority of 1, right? Remember we did on the lab right here. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. Let me pull that up. I don't want to. Just want to take it out of full screen. Where we put it at? We ain't closed it completely. Okay, so well, I don't want to do it that way either. I want to use the actual topology. Yeah, I guess we can do that. So we said we were changing the priorities and stuff like that, right? The priority is a number that's going to be used to determine to elect the DR and the BDR and stuff like that, right? But by default, if you don't touch it, the priority is 1, right? And that's how the election process works. It picks the one with the highest priority. That's normally a tie. So then what they use is a tiebreaker as the highest router ID. Whoever has the highest router ID then becomes the designated router, and then the backup designated router, and then the drawer and stuff like that, right? So that's it for that one. But most of y'all got it correct. I'm glad y'all was paying attention, right? So next question. It looked like Sunshine's on top. Sunshine 102, Morningstar in the lead. She answered that super quick. Now this goes by speed too. So not only do you have to know the answer, but you got to like be real quick with it. That's how it determines the points and stuff like that, right? So next question. We only got 5 questions for this, man. If y'all still want to join, I think you can still join at home or whatever. So in OSPF, the blank is responsible for flooding updates to all OSPF routers on that segment as the updates occur. Who is the router that is responsible for flooding updates? I think y'all know this too, right? Works better now. All right, beautiful. I'm glad that works now. I think you still want to join. You can put the pin number that's at the bottom over there. I don't know. I feel like that's a little bit too much time. Who knows, man? All right, so y'all most got that. All y'all got that correct. That's good. On OSPF, the designated router is responsible for flooding updates to OSPF routers on that segment as the updates occur. right? So just like what we were doing today with the lab, right? So the designated router is the one that all the other routers sync their link state database to with the designated router. And the designated router is responsible for giving those updates, flooding those updates, right? Let's see who in the lead now. I think Sunshine's still in the lead. Look at her. Quick on the draw, Sunshine. She said, oh, I'm ready today. she ready today. Oh, man. And Pete is on the roll here, too. And so is Double A. All right, good to go. So y'all ready for the next one? This should be an easy one. We only got 3 more questions left. So to send routing information to a DR or BDR, the multicast address of blank is used. I'm trying to remember this one too. Shit. Okay, yeah, I remember that. Okay, no. We got some suspenseful music here. Take myself away just to stop y'all from getting distracted by me. So to send routing information to a DR or BDR, the multicast address of, I don't know why I thought it was 224.5. Interesting. But it's 224.6. You know what? I might have put the wrong. Y'all know what? I think I put the wrong answer on this. This is actually 224.5. I don't know why. You know what? I think I tried to shuffle the answers and stuff like that with this, and that's what happened. So that's my fudge up right there with this one. That's my mess up. It's actually 224.5. I don't know why the answer is 224.6 here. So it says y'all all got it correct. I mean, all got it wrong, but y'all really all got it right. So I'm sorry about that, y'all. That's my fudge up right there. NetworkBruh in the building. All right, I think we got like 2 more questions and we gonna call it a night, man. So yeah, it's actually 224.5. That's where the wait, to send routing information. No, isn't it? Wait, to send. Let me read that right. Let me read that again. To send routing information to a DR or BDR, the multicast address. Yeah, now I need to think about that. Now I need to think about that one. .6 to send routing information to a DR or BDR. Oh yeah, no, it is .6. It is .6. Nope, it is .6. Let's pull up a white paper to make sure. We need to do that. DR, BDR, multicast address. We need to fact check myself here. Multicast. Okay. IPv multicast address is 224.5 to send to all OSPF routers, and 224.0.0.6 to send to BDRs and DRs. So that's a tricky one right there. Let me pull up the white paper just to triple check though, all right? Let me pull this up real quick. I'm on the Cisco Press. Multicast. That's not what I meant to put. Control F. Multicast addresses. Update information. OSPF uses multicast and unicast rather for broadcast. The IPv4 multicast addresses used for OSPF are 224.0.0.5 to send information to all OSPF routers, and 224.0.0.6 to send information to DR and BDR routers. So yes, we all did get it wrong. We all did get it wrong. So that's a tricky one right there. So it's 224.0.0.6. Y'all wanna, if y'all wanna like fact check that later on or whatever. But yeah, I just double checked it right now, and this is the source right here. This is Cisco Press right there. The multicast addresses used for OSPF are 224.0.0.5 to send to all OSPF routers, and 0.6 to send to DR and BDRs. So I hope I don't confuse y'all or whatever. But y'all want to check that later. We only got one more question, right? I think we got one more question. What y'all said? He said, let me see. I wonder if .6 counts BDR too. That's a good question. Then we all did. So .6 is correct. Yeah, .6 is correct. Exactly. 6 is DR, but I don't know if BDR is talking on that too. Aaron is dropping a clue right there too. All OSPF routers might be 5. All OSPF DRs are 6 exactly. 224.0.0.5. The OSPF router's address is used to send hello to all. So .6 is correct. 5 is for all routers. All OSPF. Yeah, exactly. All OSPF, not all. So yeah, it's really .6. Now, let's go to the next question real quick. Let's see here. I don't think there's no score change there. But yeah, we may have to look into that. We may have to look into that. Maybe after the quiz or whatever. I think we had 2 more questions. Yeah, question 4 and question 5. In OSPF, a router that is neither a DR or BDR is known as a... Make sure you subscribe to your boy too. What a carouse! Y'all all got this one correct. That's good to go. That's good. I'm glad y'all was paying attention. So an OSPF, a router that is neither a DR or BDR, right? BDR stands for what? Backup designated router. So we know that's out of the question right here. BDR. Then it says two-way. No, two-way is a relationship that occurs between druthers. So that's the relationship type. Remember, there's the OSPF neighbor states. Two-way is the neighbor state that occurs between druthers, right? And a brother is not the an OSPF type router type. It's actually drother, right? Or sometimes they call it DR other. However you want to pronounce it. Last question, y'all. Last question. I think, yeah, y'all all got that one correct. Sunshine's still in the lead. One more question. We're going to call this one a night. Fair enough. It is .6. Okay. Yeah. OSPF designated routers send routing updates to the multicast address of... That is a tricky one too now. Oh, his brother's a printer. Yes, that's me. I am an OSPF brother. Hey, bro. Oh, I get it now. Network brother. Yeah, I know. Pizza trip over there. Y'all all got this one correct. So that's why we got to be careful with that other one, right? So OSPF designated routers send updates to the multicast address. That's why y'all got that one confused. So it sends updates to 224.0.0.5. Now everybody else sends it to 224.0.0.6, right? So when the designated routers need to send router updates to everybody in the OSPF specific network, right? The multicast address of 224.0.0.5. Let me see. Do I still got that white paper? Or I might have closed it. I might have closed it. Now, 234.0.0.10 is I want to say, I don't remember. I want to say that's EIGRP, multicast address. And 0.9, I believe, is let me copy this. Matter of fact, let's look for it. 224.0.0.9. I didn't mean to do that. Google that. 0.0.9. Come on, man. 224.0.0.9 multicast address is, I think that is, there it is, RIP, all RIP routers. So this is what we was looking for right here. Here are the multicast addresses. We can pull this up. Damn it. Come on, man. So 0.0.5 is all OSPF routers. So DR others. Right? This is for all OSPF designated routers. That's starting to like confuse me now. And then 9 is all OSPF RIP routers, and 10 is EIGRP routers. So, but I hope these don't confuse you right here. But this is for all drothers, to send to all drothers, and this is to send to all designated routers. Now I'm starting to get confused with that. I'll look that up later. But either way, let's see. I believe Sunshine might have won, right? Let's see. Third place is, we got AA in the building. Is that who won last time? AA? I don't remember. Pete is in second place. And in the winner, we got Morningstar, aka Sunshine 102. So once we got Zaya and Ian is running us up. So that's y'all. I'm gonna do I'm loving this because I was just doing some OSPF in my lab earlier. That's what's up. I'm glad that you tuned in. Make sure you subscribe. Typically got stream Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just this crap, so y'all can hear me. And if I do cancel or whatever, or if I got an extra stream or whatever, like on the weekends or whatever, I will let you know on the Discord server. So make sure you join the Discord server. You'll get like inside scoop on what lab we're gonna do, or if anybody else has some suggestions, I'll take that. I don't know who AA is. It's not me. It's Anthony over there, man. So Anthony, you in third place, but now I know who's AA. But anyways, yeah. So typically I stream Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button. And I'm glad this quiz worked better. I'm gonna try to do these more often. If I do got time, I'll do just a little short quiz just like this, so we can remember these things. Now, the discussion that I know we need to try to remember is the difference between the 224.0.0.5 address and that 0.0.6 address. I want to clear that up because I don't want to steer y'all wrong and be like, yo, some dude named NetworkBruh, some dude, he got a YouTube channel. He said it was 224.5, and then your teacher or you failed the test because of that one question. So let's see. We need to find out what that is, man. 224. Let's see. OSPF multicast address, and then we're gonna look up an actual Cisco white paper to see what that is. There, this is Wikipedia. Wikipedia is pretty resourceful, so I know you can modify it or whatever. And let's see, multicast address, and then there it is right there. There we go. So this is Wikipedia right here. That's telling us, right? And I kind of trust Wikipedia. So 224.0.0.5, all OSPF routers is used to send hello packets to all OSPF routers on the network segment. .6 is for the OSPF all designators routers address. Is used to send OSPF routing information to designated routers. Okay. Now I got it. I think I got it cleared up now. So when we have some other routers that is not like a DR and a BDR, a BDR and a Drother, they all send updates to 224.0.6. And the designated routers send updates on 0.5. No, two designated routers. This is used to send routing information to designated routers. Oh, here it is right here. So send hello packets. There we go. Send hello packets to all routers. .5. .6 is to just 2 designated routers, right? I hope that clears it up for y'all. But if y'all find another white paper or anything that might contradict what I'm saying here, but like I said, Wikipedia is pretty resourceful and it's usually accurate. Aaron said Aaron Lewis. Oh man, okay, so it's AA. Is it Aaron or is it Anthony? Oh, he said it's not me. I'm confused, man. All right, it's all good. P said D nice, NetworkBruh. Thanks to everybody in the chat. Yeah, man, appreciate y'all for tuning in and stuff like that. We will be back tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So for now, comment, like, subscribe to the network.